Yo, what the fuck is going on? Welcome to. Sometimes I cuss when I say it. It's not always like that. It's not always like that. But y'all,
You can cuss, man.
I can, but like I don't know. I've never done the intro the same way
Sure.
twice.
I don't even think we have an intro.
It's I created one because I feel like podcasts do that.
Yeah, it's very YouTube mentality of you.
I guess I don't fucking know, man.
I just go, hello.
It just starts.
It just kind of starts.
I've
yeah.
never heard your podcast, and you specifically told me not to listen to it.
Yeah.
If you're listening, you listen to my podcast. Go ahead and check out Connor's. If
I
you're
like
listening,
you too much as a friend.
if you're
Have you listen to my podcast?
and if you're a Hate Watch fan, welcome. This one's it's different. It's different, but they're good in different ways.
Yeah. yeah, for sure. I've listened to a few episodes of this.
I appreciate it. Which ones?
I listened to the first one,
Oh yeah, that one we were figuring it out.
and then I listened to the Carl Tart episode,
Shout out to Carl.
and then I think one other one. But I enjoy it. It's a good show.
I appreciate it.
You're doing your thing, buddy.
appreciate the positivity.
You know what's so funny about doing this right now is Devon's staying at my place.
Yeah, I've been sleeping at Connor's house for like almost a week.
Yeah, it's very funny to be like,
Hey, so what's
Professional-
been,
what's up
what's
with
been
you?
going on?
I've been seeing you first thing in the morning for a week straight.
That's
so
true. That's true. I wake up, I leave the room so that your wife can
Take her meetings.
she can take her meetings.
Yeah.
We have coffee together.
Yeah, then she's like in meetings and you're grabbing stuff from your toiletry bag in her office.
You know, that part's a part that I really didn't see coming.
Yeah, but we're making it work, man. It's all right.
That's the part that we are figuring out, but it is, yeah. I've been staying with Connor. Connor's my friend that I stay with when I come to LA.
Bet you guys didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think they expected me to stay with?
A black person.
Bet y'all
I'll
didn't
be
know.
completely honest.
Bet y'all, yeah, they thought, okay, yeah. Yeah, bet y'all didn't know I had white friends. Look, here's me with one right here. Look at
And
this.
his name is Conner McNutt.
Yeah, that sucks. That's one
So
of my...
not a good look for you, Devon.
Yeah, well, it's not too late. This episode hasn't come
What do you mean
out
not too late? What does that mean?
It's not too
To
late.
not be friends anymore?
It's not too late, man. It's not too late. People don't have to see this episode. This could go away.
I think it's already one of the best ones you've done.
Connor, we've known each other for a very, very long time.
Yes.
Can you tell the people listening what your recollection of meeting me was?
Well, I went to go visit Austin, and I was, hitting people up for shows, and I was...
This is in 2017.
I thought it was 2016, but yeah, 2017 probably makes more sense. And I was in town at the same time as Keith Johnson, formerly known as Keith Soul. And we both met you at the same time. We both had messaged you on Facebook for your show.
Yeah.
And our first thought was, why did we think he was like 5'8"?
Yeah. This part
For
hurts.
some reason, I don't know why you photograph,
Yeah.
especially back then, as a smaller man.
Yeah.
And we met you, we were like, holy shit, he looks like Zion. Like, he is
Yeah.
like huge.
Yeah.
So that was my first impression,
Uh-huh.
was you're just much bigger in stature than I thought you were.
Yeah, I've gotten this note before, and I don't know how to change it. You
Well,
know
I mean, I also have the same thing. I had a
Uh-huh.
friend one time tell me that my face screams 5'7", and that...
That's not what you want to hear.
That's not what you want to hear.
You're what, 5'8"?
How dare you? I'm 5'11".
Okay.
That hurt?
Sorry, just from where I'm at, sometimes people
Yeah, you're
It
tall as
it
shit.
could be hard to know about what's
You're
happening.
6'4"?
I'm 6'3".
Okay.
Probably 6'4" with the shoes on though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You wear big shoes, too.
Yeah, everybody know me for my big ass shoes.
He's always wearing high heels in the house.
Maybe that's my next day. Everybody's like, "What's next for you after SNL?" I'm putting the heels on.
Putting the heels on. Put the
putting-
dress on after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my Ving Rhames. You ever see that movie?
What movie?
There's a movie called Holiday Heart with Ving Rhames.
Holiday Heart?
Yeah, it's called Holiday Heart. Black people will know what I'm talking about.
No.
It's legitimately, do you have this with certain things? Like, I don't know which black stuff all the way, like, makes it over to, like, other groups.
Sure.
Because there's some stuff that you do know.
Yeah, for sure.
when
I
I
think
met-
more than the average white guy, for sure.
When I met Connor for the first time, it was me.
Oh,
It was a
yes.
group of only black people.
Yeah.
It was a group of only black people and Connor, and he was holding his own in a way that really made me be like, well, wait a second.
No, we were all pre-gaming at Jack Knight's hotel room, listening to a famous Dex song.
Yeah, that was the time.
And we're all dancing in the hotel room, and mid party, Devon just grabs me by the shoulders and he goes, "Where are you from?" I said, "Los Angeles, California, baby."
Yeah, and it was just he felt too comfortable in the function. There was no part of him that was that felt out of place in a way that I wasn't quite ready for. You know what I'm saying?
My honor.
Yeah, for sure. We were talking about this the other day where I feel like every white person should know what it feels like to be the only white person at the function.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important, because every not white person knows that feeling.
Yeah.
A million times over. Most white people, you see, like, you ever go on like a white person's Instagram and then you be scrolling
Only
through
white people?
Exclusively.
Yeah.
And it's like oh, incredible weekend or like September.
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't see no nigga for 30 days. That's crazy.
I mean,
you was niggaless
it's not their fault though. They just grew up only around white people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like I'm not saying I would be any different if I grew up like anywhere else. You know what I mean, like, I'd
Sure.
probably be that same white person.
You think that's the LA of
And I will say, starting comedy, it's the most white friends I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I was usually the only, like, me and like my buddy Vincent were like the white guys in our crew.
Andrew.
He's like, yeah, he's Armenian, but he also came along later.
Okay. I see.
Like, I'm talking like from like elementary school, middle school. I became friends with Andrew. Like, doesn't matter. We don't talk about Andrew.
now we're just parsing out.
Yeah, let's talk about my high school friends.
Anyway, you're used to being the only guy.
Yeah. Or one of the only guys.
Yes.
You know.
Hold on. This is the movie that I'm referring to. It stars Ving Rhames from Baby Boy and the Arby's campaign.
Oh shit.
And he's a trans woman who takes in this woman who's like addicted to crack and her daughter.
Oh, is it a good movie?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's not. But it left an impression on me for sure.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You're seeing Ving Rhames as trans.
I kind of only know Ving Rhames from Mission Impossible, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Interest. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the cultural stuff that I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
exactly.
sure other things too, but off the top of my head, I just go Mission Impossible, and I think most people do.
Have you ever seen Baby Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. You know him from that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like LA shit.
Yeah.
That's like a very like quintessential like.
Yeah, Baby Boy, Blood In, Blood Out.
Last time I came to LA, I stayed with Conner, but I needed to leave to go to Dismuse's wedding, and I really needed a haircut, and I needed to do it like very last minute before, because the wedding, this is on Saturday, we had the wedding on Sunday, and we were all about to go to a Dodgers game, and I was like, oh, I got to get a haircut. Conner lives in Echo Park, and I went over to Echo Park to get a haircut, but the only place I could find was just an all-Mexican barbershop. And so the Mexican barbershop was straight Mexicans and me, and I was a little bit nervous. It ended up being fun.
Sure, yeah.
But my favorite part about it is that they were playing the movie Blood In and Blood Out, but it was all in Spanish, and the movie's in English. And I was like, that's incredible. I'm really...
Yeah, it's impressive to find like a dub for the language that you do speak.
Exactly. I was like, y'all speak English.
Yeah, you guys speak English. Do you get intimidated by like groups of Mexicans? I don't think you do, right? Because you grew up in Texas. It's kind of the same thing.
I feel at home.
Yeah.
I feel at home.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. But I will say it's been a minute since I've been around like as many Mexicans as it is in East LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is a new... It's not new, but it's been a minute, especially like around where you live, because it's like always like mad cars. Literally, when I walked in, when I like very first parked, I like saw somebody reaching over. I thought it was somebody reaching for something in the back in their car. It was just two Mexican teenagers fucking.
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful.
They was getting it in.
They're hitting Galaxy Gas. They're gonna buzzball, fucking each other.
People are having a nice time.
They really are.
In your little section.
Every time I'm in that park, I just look around. I'm like, the hangover these people are having.
Then people are partying. There's that one dude who sits down and smokes all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? What's
I
his
don't know.
situation?
He's homeless, but sometimes he stands at the top of the park, and I
Yeah.
started calling him the Alpha from 28 Years Later. He does look like that from the distance. You're like, damn, he looks almost naked. The way
Sure.
he's standing like this. Just towering over the park.
He
But
just be smoking. I saw him today.
yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
Conner, tell us about young content.
What do you mean?
Young Conner when you was a little one. What type of tunes were you listening to?
What type of tunes? You know,
I've
really.
never said that before in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird as shit.
I don't know
why
why
you
I'm
said
talking
that.
like that. Well, it feels crazy because we don't talk like this in real life.
No.
But it's like, this is how I talk on
We're
the podcast.
podcasting.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, we're finding it.
I don't know, man. I mean, it was always whatever. I mean, obviously, it's whatever your dad listens to. You know what I mean? That's first and foremost. So a lot of like Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Merle Haggard, you know, kind of folky, CCR, shit like that. And then I got really into like rap when I started skating.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of like NWA, like old Gangstar. It was like also influenced heavily by like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You know what I mean?
Of course. I did learn about a lot of old school hip hop from like skate video games.
And then like also skate videos, so like MF Doom and shit like that. Like people had like really like eclectic musical taste. And your song and your skate part was huge. Like that made the skate part even bigger.
Oh, interesting.
You know, so there's like a catchy tune along with how good you are at skating. It like kind of.
Like,
And then as the more I skated, I met a bunch of punks and like a crust punk skater kind of guys.
Okay.
And like then I was lying to that was like the only time I lied to myself about what I liked in music.
What? And you were saying that you like crust punk sounds?
Yeah, like I remember like trying to make myself listen to like GBH and like the Germs, and I was like, I fucking hate this. But everyone around me was listening to that, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And then I went really just back to hip hop after that.
The way that you were describing like feeling around the crust punk music, that was like me for several years as a teenager with reggae.
Yeah.
I was really lying about being into reggae. I don't, bro, shout out. My girl's family's Jamaican. Shout out to all of them, but I don't want to hear that.
I'm not a big fan of it either. And the worst thing is white reggae.
Oh, well.
Like, what are they called?
There's a lot of that in California.
Yeah, like up in like Central Coast, like Santa Cruz and all that shit. Huge fucking. I can't remember. My wife now, girlfriend then, was really into like.
She got into reggae?
Yeah, because she went to UC Santa Cruz, so it's all just like these people smoking weed and being like, "Bop-a-dee-bop-bop."
Yeah, a lot of Ross Trent.
Yeah, a lot of Ross Trent,
Situation,
and that
yeah.
shit sucked. I remember like getting mad at her, being like, "Stop, stop going to those shows." And then one time she went to a Young Thug concert in Santa Cruz, and she was like, you know, live texting me the entire time, like, "Oh my god, this concert's so cool!" Because he was like, he had Best Friend just come out, so he wasn't like huge yet. So it was a more intimate venue called the Catalyst in Santa Cruz, and she was on the time of her life. And I'm like, "That's so sick! I wish I could be there." And she goes, "You'll never believe it. He invited us backstage," and I was like, "So cool." Get the fuck out of there. Leave. Don't be there.
It went from being like, oh, you trying to see one of my favorite artists.
My
like,
God.
Oh, one of my favorite artists really trying to see you.
Jesus, the amount of stress I had that night.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, and she loves me, but please don't fuck Young Thug.
Yeah, but do you ever have that situation where it's like, I don't know, like, do you have that situation where it's like, well, yeah, certain people, it's like, well, you just got to chalk that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my college girlfriend, like, fucked Drake one time, I feel like I would have been like, that's, sometimes life go like that.
No, no, not at all. That would have ruined me in a way that I would not bounce back from that.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Because I had such a weird thing with women when I was growing up where like I just thought they all hated me and like I had like almost girlfriends and you know these stories. There was a girl I like texted.
Tell it to the people.
I'll tell
people
I used to do this on stage, but this is a true story and I'll tell like a really abbreviated version of it. But I had this huge crush on this girl when I was in 9th grade. And I was like, I want to date her really badly. But in 9th grade also, by the way, I entered high school like 5 foot.
Yeah, tiny guy.
So small, fat, short. I had a shaved head. And there's this girl, Courtney.
Blood and blood out style.
Blood and blood out style. Mikolo. And I was like, I want to talk to this girl. I want to date this girl. But I'm like, I'm such a fucking bitch. So I was like, I'll message her on Facebook or MySpace or whatever it is. And I went to my computer and I was like, you're pussing out, don't do it. And then I was like, dude, just be a bad boy. They like bad boys. So I opened, this is not true. I opened the DM to her and I went, what's up, dumbass? And I was like, oh, that's not the right move. Yeah. But it all worked out. So she was like, oh, hey, I've been meaning to like hit you up. And I was like, I can't believe this. I texted her for 3 months over the summer. I'm in love with her at this point. And then one day she goes, hey, by the way, can I ask you like an intimate question? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she goes, did you ever fuck Kayla? And I'm a virgin at this point, but I had to be cool. And I was like, Kayla who? As if there's like a ton of Kaylas I've been fucking.
No, that's cool though. That's cool.
And then she goes, Kayla's and your ex-girlfriend. And I realized after 3 months, she thought I was a completely different Connor. Like a completely different person for 3 months. And then she was like, is this not Connor, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's Conner McNutt. And she wrote, oh no. So like, I think that really fucked me up when I was a kid. And I think if that if my college girlfriend, who is now my wife, fucked Young Thug, I might do something drastic.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't think I could bounce back from that.
Yeah, now you're going to Young Thug concerts with something on your mind.
With a gun.
Yeah. Jesus. That's very, very, very funny. Wait a second. Was the Connor that this girl from middle school or high school thought that you were, was that the Connor that I just met?
No. This
Damn,
was a.
how many fucking Connors did you grow up around?
I didn't know this Connor. I this other guy. I was like, I truly have no idea who that is.
Didn't it feel good on a certain level because on a certain level that was her being like, hey, like she still did like you even if she thought she was a different
That's
Connor.
the thing.
Did she stop liking you after she found out you weren't that Connor?
She gave me a real petty text being like, we can still talk. And I was like, that's pathetic. Like, I won't.
What else was she supposed to say?
Yeah, I know. But I was like, no, it's okay. You go find that other Connor. who likes Twilight.
Sure.
You know, I was throwing it. I was all the moves. I was like, "You Team Jacob, Team Edward, what's up?"
Yeah,
like,
you got to have that conversation.
Yeah, I was like doing all that stuff. I'm like, I guarantee this other Conner is tall and hot. He's not. He doesn't have to do all that.
Sure, he doesn't have to call her a dumbass.
No, and you fell in love with me.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, man. It really did suck.
I don't know. Interesting. Okay, so young Conner, you're listening to skateboard music at the skate park.
Yeah, all music was influenced by skate videos for the most part, and skate video games, Tony Hawk, skate, all that stuff.
I learned about a bunch of like old school rap music from a skate video game too. But like my dad was very much like a dad where he would get me something pretty close to what I wanted, but rarely the actual thing.
Yeah.
Both of my parents were like this.
Yeah.
And so like I wanted a super soaker, they would get me like a massive sprayer.
Sure.
They would give me something kind of the generic version. I never got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater because it was probably $10 more expensive than the game that I actually got. They got me a game called Grind Session.
Is it inline skating?
No. It
was a skateboarding.
It was a
I never even heard of this game.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's the type of stuff that my folks were. You know what I'm saying? It's like I couldn't.
Yeah.
I did have a skateboard game, and I did want a skateboard game, but they got me a game.
But they didn't like license any of the pro skaters, so you're just getting as like
No, there was pro skaters. But
Really?
It was ones that were significantly less known than the ones on Tony Hawk, for
That's
sure.
so funny.
Let me figure out. You were much more of a skateboard kid than me, but this is also like, this is early aughts when like skateboarding is like really, X game shit is really like in the mainstream. Hold on, let me figure out who.
The idea of it just being like guys sponsored by a local skate shop. That you're riding as.
Do you know any of these skateboarders? Are you familiar with these guys?
Yeah, those are huge skateboarders.
Okay, cool.
Day One Song, Ed Templeton. Yeah, those
Okay,
guys.
these are dudes who were popping.
Yeah.
Okay, but they just didn't make it on the Tony Hawk game.
No, I think they were in those Tony Hawk games too.
Well, they were on Grind Session, and that's where I found
Good for them, dude. Double dipping.
This game was it was absolutely worse than Tony Hawk, but it like
Yeah, of course it was.
but it had skateboarding on it, and that was better than nothing.
Yeah.
And so this is like, what did they have on here? There's like, it is a soundtrack, but the soundtrack's like 6 songs. So I learned all these songs. They had Jurassic 5 on there,
Sure.
and I feel like that was the first time I was like, it's the first time I got on my like.
That was very funny. That's never happened to me during a podcast. 'Cause I do mine in a basement, so
That's really funny. Where it's like, if y'all are listening, we're in a studio out here in LA. A lady just like opened up the door and looked in and just goes, "Oh no."
in podcasting is so embarrassing. It did feel like we got caught having sex in a
like,
way.
It's like, oh, nobody was supposed to see this shit. Shit, close the door. Oh, my bad. Ah. You felt like you had to cover up.
Yeah, that was not good. I hope she's okay.
Damn, so you know she was scared too.
Yeah.
This is exactly what she did not want to see when she opened the door. She thought she was probably looking for an optometrist.
I mean, that's very like Atlanta thing to walk in on. You open a covered door and it's just 2 guys talking to a microphone.
2 grown men staring
who
at the
stare
direction
directly at you.
talking about
walk
Jurassic 5 and a PlayStation game with skateboarders on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to that woman. I hope she finds whatever she's looking for.
Same, dude. Same. But yeah, I think the biggest thing I was into was like Biggie was kind of like, that was when I fully like sunk my teeth in.
Of course.
And then also had a Too Short phase.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was, me and my brother had a Too Short CD that one time, what's up?
You were saying bitch a lot.
I still say bitch all the time.
Bitch.
You hear me say bitch all the time.
Yeah, to your wife, and I tell you to
Yeah.
stop.
No, she likes it.
Go ahead.
She better fucking like it.
Yeah, okay.
There was a song by Too Short, I'm a Player.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of Too Short songs are variations of that.
yeah. I'm a Player Part 2, I'm a Player Part 3. But we were on a road trip, and my brother was begging my dad. He's like, "Can we put on Too Short? Please, let's put on Too Short." I was like, "Fine." He puts it in, I'm a Player comes on, and one of the lyrics is like, "I was only 14 when I first got my dick sucked. Now I'm growing up and I really like to bust nuts." And my dad heard that. He ejected it, snapped the CD in half, and threw it out the window. And my brother started crying, but I was younger than my brother. And I was like, no, that was completely justified. That's what he should have absolutely done.
That's a devastating moment because it is like I'm sure your brother hoped what would happen was your dad would be like, "Hey,
Wow.
I don't like that." You know, at the very worst.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I don't like that, but like, live your life." You know, these young kids.
Yeah. I mean, my dad is hopeless when it comes to rap music. He just will never give it up.
It's tough. I think our dads are around the same age, and I feel like
Yeah.
if you So by the time that rap starts to hit, our dads are probably like in their like 30s. They're like real like grown. They're not like young people anymore. And I feel like when it's hard for me to find an artist that's like a new cool artist right now and be like, I'm in. I remember hearing that last Playboi Carti album. I've said this on the podcast before, and I was like, man, I think this is the last one I got.
I texted you. I was like, hey, I think I'm out. I think this might be it for me.
You're out already. I was like, I'm still here with him, but like wherever it goes next, I probably got to get off the bus.
Well, there's a couple songs now, and I was like, I get this. The rest of it, though, completely over my head. It just sounds like noise to me. But my dad's like that with like you could show him like NBA YoungBoy and then Kendrick Lamar, and it's the exact same thing to him.
Yeah, I think my dad's. I don't even know if my dad would say that there is a rapper that he likes.
No.
Like Michael Jordan doesn't listen to rap music. He thinks it's like yes. He's like, oh, I listen to R&B. Like in the Last Dance thing where they're like, oh, what are you listening to? He goes, I got the new Kenny Lattimore. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Who's Kenny Lattimore?
Also, no one's ever said that.
Exactly.
That's a new sentence.
That was the really funny thing about that. Is he was saying it with the verb. He's Michael Jordan. This is Michael Jordan at his peak.
Yeah.
98. He's already won 2 championships. He's about to win another one. And he's saying it like, man, I really got some shit that y'all could never get access to. And it's Kenny Lattimore. It's also 1998, so it could have been Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
It could have been like artists. It could have been Boyz II Men.
Sure.
He was like, nah, brother, I got that Kenny in my headphones. And then he goes, this ain't even out yet. And we go, I was like, Mike, even if it was?
Exclusive Kenny Lattimore.
Does Kenny Lattimore have a song that I know? Let me see. That was like before our time, but let me see what Kenny Lattimore was talking about. Ooh, I'll just say first picture up, he looks like he kind of had some joints.
Yeah.
Just first picture up. Like
he looks AI generated.
No. To me, that looks like a real man who knows his way around a saxophone. Like this guy, come on, look at that. Look at how open the buttons on his shirt are.
Yeah, he does look good.
Yeah, he looks incredible. Here's him having a baby. All right. This isn't really helping, but just based off of his aesthetic alone, I trust what Kenny Lattimore has going on. Now, Conner, for those of y'all for the people who don't know at home, if they wanted to peep Hate Watch, your podcast, what's happening on there? What is the theme of the thing? Not like
it's in the title. We hate watch things. I don't know.
What's the most recent thing that you saw that you hate?
We're very bitter men who all pursued comedy and didn't make it. And I still do stand up, but none of them do. And we just hate everything and everyone. But it's kind of like we also drink on the show, so it's kind of like drunk.
We should have done that.
Today?
Yes.
You have another meeting after this.
Yeah, I'm truly in LA doing like real Hollywood type meeting shit.
This is also a crazy trip because usually when I link up with Devon, it's like I'm getting drunk.
We're getting hammered.
And this has been the most calm trip.
Well, this is like really like a business trip for me where I'm really like I've been doing podcasts and like doing all these like meetings at all these companies and stuff like that. Also, you've been sick.
I have, just coming off of it right now, yeah.
Also, you've been sick. Also, on Saturday we went out. This is a thing we should talk about. On Saturday we went out, and I did a thing that I've learned that I really can't do and is not responsible, which is that I went and did.
You drank for 12 hours straight?
But it's the type of drinking, right? It's like I did white boy drinking at the early part of the day.
What was white boy drinking about that? What did we do that was so white boy?
We went to a brewery and we drank a bunch of beers.
We had like 3 beers at the brewery.
Exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about. We go. We're white.
Fuck
white.
This, dude. Devon always forced us to drink 4 Locos together. You can't put white boy drinking on me. You're always buying 4 Locos.
We haven't done that on this trip, though.
We have not.
I'm a different man.
You know why? Because you've decided not to. It has nothing to do with me.
I'm not saying that.
I'm never getting the 4 Loco.
Yeah, but I haven't done that. No, I did do that this time.
You did the last time you were here.
The last time I was here, but that was different. Now we're in a different space. You know what I'm saying? And also the 4 Loco, that's a relic from a bygone era from when we lived in New York together.
You gotta face facts, man. You drink like a white boy.
I do when I'm with you.
No.
I don't do that. I don't
believe you.
I don't do that in other communities.
I don't believe you.
I think I see you. That's my code switching. You see how I shook 2 dudes' hands differently when we first walked in?
Yeah.
That's how I.
That is very true.
That's how I drink. And I didn't think about it. I legitimately did do the like Obama handshake thing when I walked in. And it just kind of happened. And I think I do that with drinking.
Yeah.
Because I went to when 4 Locos were first popping. I went to school in College Station, Texas, where Texas A&M is. I didn't go to Texas A&M. I went to a junior college that was nearby.
Okay.
But we we were like right next to it, and I was really drinking with like country white boys, and that was my first introduction to locos. So I think in my mind, I'm like,
You see me and you think of a country white boy?
yeah.
That sucks.
Not
ass.
country specifically, but I do think like, all right, like this is how we drink here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess so,
And-
man. All my friends are just, they're just so
They be going in.
debaucherous, man. Every single one of them. And I'm like the lightest one of all of them.
Is that true?
Well, as far as like dipping my toes in a party, I'm not a drug guy, and thank God.
Yeah, you don't do drugs.
If I did drugs, I could never drink again.
One time, do you remember the time when we were in New York?
You did poppers?
And we were with...
I did poppers, and I thought my head was going to explode, dude.
We were with, I had these downstairs neighbors that were these girls who were from Santa Cruz, and they were like always trying to party. They had drugs that I had never seen before, and I like, you know, I tried some shit I never tried before.
Yeah.
I never would have known what ketamine felt like if I didn't have these neighbors, but like, we used to, this is like, yeah, Connor's still in New York. I'm not on SNL yet, so we're really like,
we're
going for it. We're really like,
an era where I was doing much better than you.
Yeah. And how the tides have turned. Yeah. But
you showed my ass. Didn't you?
Wait a second. Actually, before I get to this point, while we're talking about this, before I get to the story about the poppers, which ultimately isn't even that interesting, is long story short with the poppers.
I did poppers, and I looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall when his helmet breaks on Mars.
Yeah.
It was, my eyes were bulging out of my skull.
Yeah.
My neck veins were popping out.
You looked like the villain from Captain America.
I looked like Red Skull.
You looked like
fully.
Red Skull.
Yeah.
It was really, and we thought you were gonna like pass out.
I was like, you might call 911.
I thought something really bad was gonna happen. Also, it was the middle of the summertime, and I had like a shitty AC, like a window unit, so like it didn't really get that cool in there.
No, it was
so
brutal.
It's really hot in my apartment.
Fucking brutal.
Connor has to sit down. We have to put something cold on his head just to like try to get him back to zero.
Yeah, so I don't agree with drugs anyway, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
And all that to say, Connor's talking about like that's when he was doing better than me. I really can't stress enough how when Connor was doing better than me, he really had to, he rubbed it in my face in a way that I will never forgive him for.
It also had nothing to do with the industry. I just had a job.
It was not showbiz. It was, truly. He had a job, and I think I had just quit one job but hadn't started the next job yet.
Yeah.
And you know how it always takes a time before when you really need that check.
Yeah. It takes about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got to settle. You got to get reacquainted with the pay structure, you know, whatever. And they're like, like I hadn't got my paycheck yet. And I remember going to Connor, and I believe we were in Madison Square Park. And I was like, bro, I'm so broke. I only have like $64 in my account. And Connor sits back, he takes that information in, he goes, oh yeah, for real? Check this out. And then he scrolls through his camera roll and shows me a picture of like 5 racks in cash that he has at his apartment. Just when I'm down, I'm in a low point.
I was in that to all of my friends, by the way.
I was at a really low point. I'm like, look at how bad I'm doing. Looking for camaraderie from my friend. And he goes, nigga, you broke as fuck. That's basically what he said.
That's why I said word for word.
Yeah, that's what he said word for word. He's not going to talk like this on camera, but like behind the I don't know what he's like in LA. You know what I'm saying? He be drinking juice and shit, but out there, he was saying it.
Yeah, man. I couldn't stop saying it.
He was saying it. And I'll never forget it. And then I did return that favor to you one day.
You did.
I did it. I forget in what context.
It wasn't cash, though, so it wasn't as cool.
Yeah, true.
Having like $10,000 cash to flex on
No,
your
it feels
friends
cool.
is crazy.
It feels cool. How much was it? How much was it in that moment?
It was probably around $10,000.
Really? That hurt my feelings.
And it was from working at a moving company. It wasn't even like a cool thing. I just carried dressers all day and got paid in cash.
Yeah. I forget. I got you back one day, but it's...
You sure did.
Yeah. Anyway.
We've been through a lot.
We've been through a lot.
We've seen a few concerts together to get back on music.
Sure. We've seen concerts
My
together.
show now.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Yeah, we went to Baby Keem's first concert.
We saw Baby Keem's first concert
in New York.
Yeah.
His first ever show that he did at Baby's All Right in 2019. Connor, tell the people about that experience.
So we get there, it's the youngest, and I'm young then too. I mean, I had to be like 26.
Probably, yeah. This is 2019. Yes, you're like 26.
26, and I felt older than everyone there.
Maybe 25.
Maybe 25, but I remember being like, we walk in.
It was an all ages thing.
It was all ages.
Yeah.
I remember like walking in, and also again, fucking before the show, we drank a Four Loko outside because Devon bought Four Locos.
Because that's the kind of stuff, because I like to...
I've never once brought it up.
I like to bring my friends into the type of activities that they like to do.
Never once brought it up.
Saying?
He hands me a Four Loko. I think we shotgunned them before we went into the show, which is crazy.
I don't think we shotgunned them.
And then either way, we chugged them. I remember just like it was. I drank and it was
fast.
gone instantly.
We drank them fast.
And we step inside, and I'm looking around. I'm like, this all fucking this.
It's
It's like a 15-year-old. What the fuck is? It's children. It's an all-ages show. Mm-hmm. And we decided to stay, and it was awesome. And then a mosh pit started.
Yeah.
and I just beat the shit out of kids for
He
like
did.
an hour and a half.
For a
dude.
long time.
For a long time, like really fucking them up.
You was tossing kids around.
I was like picking them up on the armpit. I was throwing them. They're so light.
Yeah.
I was putting them in headlocks. I was calling them virgins. It was fucking sick, dude. It was the best night of my life. It really was one of the best nights of my life. I remember having so much fun.
No,
And
that
I
was an
remember-
incredible time.
And I remember looking back at you, and you looked at me, and you're shaking your head like, how are you doing that?
Because I got tired. I
you got
hopped
tired.
around. I'm 3 years older than Connor, so it's like if he's 25, I'm 28 at that point. Like
Yeah.
I jumped around with the kids for a little bit, and I was like, oh, well, that's enough.
dude,
I'm gonna take a break.
Fucking them
It was
up.
mad weed smoke in there. I had the loco in my system. I was like, let me
Yeah.
step to the side for a second. Connor went for like 40 more minutes.
Yeah.
Really jumping around with
Truly
the kids.
thrashing children.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It truly was so much. I think everyone should do that once a month.
Yeah,
Just
throw a kid around.
throw a kid around. You want to.
Yeah, you want to. There's
It's all in our system.
Yeah, it's really just about finding the right avenue to be
It's
able to
accepted
do that.
there.
Yeah, so it's
know?
like you just need to go to a rapper who's like, go to a TikTok rapper show.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bunch of children there.
Find a kid,
You know what
fuck
I'm
them
saying?
up.
Throw 'em.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, there's time for
And
it.
then, like, fuck therapy. You don't need therapy. That's therapy.
That's what Connor says.
Yeah.
That's what Connor says. I
Therapy to me is beating children. So,
I mean, a man after, you sound just like our forefathers.
Yeah, exactly.
Continuing the rich tradition that our forefathers
course.
have started. Have we been to any other concerts together?
we saw Kendrick.
Oh, we did.
You did not.
Yeah, because Connor's wife.
You do a lot of blaming about your drinking. You know that? you point a lot of fingers about how fucked up you get.
Well, it's not my fault. I
No
can't.
one made you swallow anything.
I can't control. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I've started doing AO kind of ironically.
Sure.
But now it's kind
and then
of.
it becomes sincere.
Yeah, exactly. Now
Anytime I
it's
ever say a word ironically, 2 months later, it's part of my vocabulary.
Yeah, now it's like
help it.
really just sort of in what I say for real. So it's like the line's been blurred. But no, we had a big group, and his wife was a part of the group, and we were pre-gaming at y'all's place.
Yeah.
And to everybody at the thing, Connor's wife just keeps pouring up double shots.
Yeah.
And being like, here, take it. I probably took maybe 8 shots over the course of like 45 minutes.
You know how many I took? Maybe 2.
Yeah, and that's.
Because I was like, I want to watch this concert
But also the thing about.
and not fall asleep like Devon.
I did do that. Yeah,
Devon fell asleep like 3 times.
I didn't fall asleep. I did put my head in my hands for a little bit just to try to get my bearings.
No.
I
Your
did do
head
that.
was not in your
I
hand.
did. I
You
went
slept-
like I went like
Devon,
this.
you
I went
slept-
like this because I was tired from all the liquor that your wife forced me to ingest.
He wishes it was this. He was sleeping like this. Like an Asian dad.
Yeah, it was. I was fucked up. I drank way too much in
Yeah.
too short of a period of time. And to add insult to injury, remember when we were at the Kendrick show, we saw Kenny Beats in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the people about that?
I didn't. That was your story. I didn't say anything.
Oh,
to
you
him.
weren't around for that?
I was there with you, but I left the bathroom. And you're like, I think that was Kenny Beats, and you tried to say something to him. I did not.
We were at the Kendrick show at Barclays.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kendrick's Mr. Morale tour at
Baby Keem opening.
Baby Keem opening, and I was so excited to see Kendrick. And I go in the bathroom, and I'm like, I do my business. I'm washing my hands. I look to my right. I'm like, that's Kenny Beats.
Yeah.
I look up just to kind of like, I'm gonna acknowledge it, but in the chillest way possible.
Yeah.
He doesn't know this, but it's like, I'm not one of them types of people. I'm not gonna make it a whole.
I just want to say hi.
I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, like I fuck with your stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I was about to do. I was be like, hey, I fuck with your stuff. I looked up at him because this nigga's like 6'8".
He's huge.
He's gigantic. And so I look up at him. I'm about to say something. You could see so vividly. He was like, fuck no. And then like didn't even finish washing his hands. Just left and like dried his hands. But also I'm like, Kenny Beats, why are you in the same bathroom as me? This is before I was on TV, so I
Kind
couldn't
of
even.
diminishes your celebrity.
You feel me? It's like, why are you in the normal bathroom with all the
Yeah.
regular folks?
I agree.
But yeah, that was really devastating.
Yeah.
That was really devastating, especially like for a person like me who is like not gonna. I'm not about to fan out. I'm not about to be like, oh my god.
Have you ever? I've never fanned out.
I don't think so.
That's not true. I've fanned out before. And
Over-
it's never for any. I've never fanned out over an A-list celebrity.
Yeah.
But one time I met Kyle Massey from Corey in the House, and I couldn't even get words out straight. I don't know what that was. I was like, oh, you fucking are you Corey in the House? And he was like, yeah, and he was also like matching my excitement because he's who gives a fuck about Kyle Massey? except
Seems
for
like
me,
you do.
apparently.
Yeah. It seems like we found one person who cares a lot.
And I remember like trying to take selfies with him, and I did duck lips in every fucking photo because I was so nervous. And that's something I've never done, but I was like, every photo.
Can I ask you an important question for the context of the story?
Yeah.
What year is this?
This has got to be 2015.
So it's late.
Yeah.
It's late for Corey.
It's not prime. I'm an adult. I drove to wherever I saw him.
Corey hasn't been in that house in quite some time.
No, I have a driver's license.
Oh, my God.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
But there's something about seeing somebody who's like a niche D-list celebrity where I'm like, fuck. I don't know what it is.
Can I tell you something?
A-list, because I think I grew up in L.A. and I'm like, I see an A-list celebrity, I'm going to let that guy go.
Yeah, it's also like, I do feel like there's an element. I mean, I feel like you kind of have, people come up and talk to you all the time from your podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is a certain thing to like, when somebody still feels like accessible, when somebody feels like they're not like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I have this on a certain level too, where people are just like, oh yeah, like, I know him enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm familiar. He feels like he's not so up in the clouds that we like can't come up and talk.
Yeah, yeah. The problem with like my podcast fans seeing me is that our show is so mean.
Yeah.
That they're just mean to me. They're like, "What's up, you little bitch?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I don't know you.
Yeah.
Now you're just a stranger calling me a bitch."
Yeah. I will
It's
say.
not even bitch. It's much meaner words than bitch.
It
but,
is. No, you
yeah.
can go
No,
ahead.
I'm
What kind
okay.
of what kind of words do they say?
We can skip over that. It's probably my best behavior.
You don't have to act different here.
All right.
You could be yourself.
That's fine. I'm being myself.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
you brought a lyric for us today.
I did. I did bring a lyric.
Speaking of which, you brought some lyrics that you wanted to talk about. Let me just address this. Conner specifically, I saw him over the weekend. Oh yeah, to finish that story, I did white boy drinking for the first portion of the day this past Saturday with Conner, and then I met up with Alex English, and then I started doing gay guy drinking, and my body couldn't handle
Which I think are the same thing.
it. And that's what I learned. And I
Yeah.
did it for both of them for too long of a period of time, so
Yeah.
much so that I threw up in a kind of a crazy way the next day.
Yeah,
But-
twice.
Yeah, and then the next day I saw you, or I don't know, one of those days I saw you, and I was like, Conner, you haven't submitted any lyrics. Do you know what you want to talk about? And Conner kept being like, I want it to be a surprise.
Well, it's not.
And the thing about it is, I've done this podcast for, I don't know, less than a year, but I've done enough of these episodes. It's never a surprise.
Sure.
Conner's the first person who's been like, I don't want you to know.
Because I feel like you hate what I do. And here's the thing: is I made this joke to my wife one day,
Go ahead.
and then she goes, "If you ever do Devon's podcast, you have to do this."
And here we are.
You know, why don't you read the verse?
No. That's not how this works. You're the
Okay.
guest, but can you give?
Can I point to you, when
oh.
it's the N-word?
You know what Caleb Heron did?
What?
When he did his lyric that had the N-word in it, he just would say like dudes. He'd say like dudes or guys.
Okay.
Or you could self-bleep.
Okay.
If you want to point to me, I can do it. But
Do you remember popcorn reading in high school?
Yes, of course.
Whenever we had to read like a book with the N-word in it,
Yeah.
I had this black friend named Sam.
Awesome.
And I'd be reading like Huck Finn or something like that, and I'd go popcorn to Sam. He would say the N-word, and he'd go popcorn back to Conner, and that's what we did. It was very funny.
Okay, and that's what you want to do right now?
No, not if you don't want to do it. I thought it was really funny, but
Go ahead and do it. Okay, fine. Go ahead and do it.
all right.
Go ahead.
Real
Niggas.
do not deserve pussy.
Wait, can you hold on before we do it? Can you give the
The song
title?
is "Doves in the Wind" by SZA featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Meaning it's more than you see right through walls. Ain't talking about pussy. Meaning you deserve the whole box of chocolates. Come with me. Forrest Gump had a lot going on for real. Never without pussy. You know, Jenny almost gave it all up for him. But where's Forrest Gump when you need him? Never even pushed for the pussy. This whole song is SZA going, men ain't shit. I need a retard.
You know, I
It's
think
the whole song. She's like, I need a stupid motherfucker who lets me get AIDS and will still love me.
yeah, it's a deep. But that is deep. That is deep though.
Yeah, I guess.
she's kind of being with like, I need someone so simple that they can see past all my flaws.
Yeah, but you're also saying you only want to fuck this guy, really.
Yeah.
You want to like cuck a mentally disabled man.
Well, I think she's. What if I could have all the good parts without having to worry about the complicated parts?
I guess so. I just remember being like, I said that joke in the car, and we were laughing for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I never really thought about it that way, but it's like, God damn, it's kind of mean spirited.
It is crazy for her to say Forrest Gump had a lot going on for him, and he was never without pussy. It's like, well, he faced a disadvantage every day.
And I don't think he ever had sex ever.
In the book, he does.
Okay.
In the book version of Forrest Gump, he also is good at fucking. In the same way that he's
I did not know
just
this.
like randomly good at everything.
Why didn't they leave that in the movie? That's fucking awesome.
Right? I think Tom Hanks didn't want to do it. He doesn't want to be portrayed that way. Also, it makes him so much less innocent if he is like a simple kid. He's like a simpleton who is randomly good at stuff, and then he's absolutely pounding out Jenny, you know what I'm saying? And then he's really just laying it down on Jennifer like that. Then you look at him in a different light. You're like, oh, this
is
in a
cooler light.
No,
I don't know,
because then you're not like this is.
I mean, even I Am Sam got to fuck. Like we can let Forrest Gump.
He started, but you never see it.
Yeah, so it could be implied.
It is implied. He has a son.
No. In Forrest Gump.
In Forrest Gump, yes, he has a son. It's implied that he's had sex.
Man, maybe it's been a while since I've seen Forrest Gump.
You don't remember the kid from at
the end of the movie?
At the end of the movie, Jenny shows up and she's about to die. She's like all sick. She shows up with a little boy.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Whose name is Forrest.
Yes. Well, yeah, Jenny finally let him fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
You should tell SZA about that part.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she needs to rewatch Forrest.
Maybe she hasn't seen it in a while. Well, I guess you never see it happen on camera.
Yeah, I mean, it could just there could be a scene where he just leaves the bedroom and a girl's like, whew.
I think that's kind of what it is in the book. Yeah. Whereas just she's like, Forrest. But it's like the Tom Hanks version of that. I don't think we would feel good.
I would love to do like a reshoot of Forrest Gump. We leave those scenes in it, and it's like Nymphomaniac.
Sure.
Like Lars von Trier.
Yeah, you want
full penetration.
You want to do
Forrest Gump.
Director's cut.
Yeah.
Is this? Do you want to do it? You want to do it Tom Hanks present day, or do you want to cast? You want to cast a new actor?
I'm thinking like Johnny Sims can play Forrest Gump or something like that.
I don't know who that is.
He's a famous porn star.
Oh. I was in Toronto and I was like vintage shopping out there, and every single vintage store had like 10 different Forrest Gump vintage shirts. I don't know what's happening in Toronto specifically. I've been vintage shopping in most major cities, and
maybe it's because it's nice.
I guess because
Forrest Gump is like wholesome.
He's like kind and sweet.
Canada's like kind of wholesome.
See, and they wouldn't have made.
I've never been to Toronto. Is it like wholesome there? Does it feel nice there?
Yeah.
Like any other. It's clean, right?
Yeah, it's clean. It's cool. Yeah. I fuck with
clean New York, right?
No, it's not like New York. People do say that, but it's like it's really not.
It's Canada.
It's really Canada. Yeah. It is like New York, but like. It's worse. I'll just if anybody's listening to y'all from Toronto, like, I mean, I do mean that. I mean that, but like also like I do still fuck with y'all city. It is like Toronto made Drake make so much more sense because every group of friends that I saw was like hilariously diverse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It really is like an African kid next to like an Indian girl,
kid,
next to like a white guy, next to like an Asian person.
Yeah.
Why did I struggle with that so bad?
Feels like you wanted to say something bad and you had to change your mind.
I
mean, you get that in the Bay though too. You go to Silicon Valley, it's the exact same group of people.
No, it's not like Toronto.
It's all Asians and Indians and white people.
No, I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. And they got Caribbeans out there too.
Gotcha.
That's why Drake always speaking patois.
I hate
That's
him,
why he's saying, yeah, you do hate Drake.
I can't help it.
And we've talked about this a lot. I mean, Drake is a frequent.
I'm sure.
He gets brought up quite a bit on this podcast. Drake and R. Kelly probably get mentioned some of the most on this podcast.
Hey, Drake, love R. Kelly.
Yeah, well.
No, I actually don't give a fuck about R. Kelly. I just like Remix to Ignition. That's kind of it.
And how could you not?
How can you not?
But I've said this before on this podcast where anytime somebody tells me they don't like Drake, I think that I think they're lying. Like I don't believe that people don't like Drake. Like I get.
Well, let me be clear about this. There's always been Drake songs. I'm like, I'll give it up. That's a good song. Mm-hmm. I've always hated Drake. Oh, as a man.
That's totally fair.
Like I've always been like, that's the corniest dude I've ever seen in my entire life.
But that's part of his appeal.
Is it? I think people who like him don't think he's corny.
I like him and I do think that. But also, it's also like I feel like there was a time in which he was like playing into that thing.
Sure.
And now I feel like it's come a time where he's trying to be something else. Yeah. And that's what we're actually pushing up against. That's what Kendrick was actually mad about.
Yeah.
That's what we've broken down Euphoria specifically on this.
He make me dance, wave my hand, there won't be no threat.
That is the thing where he's being like, no, I like Drake with the melodies.
Yeah.
I don't like him when he act tough. Mm-hmm. And that is really it's a synthesis of like actually why shit is going left.
Yeah, I just feel like I grew up like with guys who were kind of like Drake, and I hated those guys.
I grew up around. I mean, you know, I got a lot of Vietnamese homies who like.
Yeah.
I got one homie.
And by that I mean they were all Filipino. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. They're the Black Asians. Like, the Black Asians. We know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah. Indian guys are also like. There's a lot of Indian guys who also think they're Drake.
Yeah.
He connected with, like I said, multicultural.
Yeah.
But like, I grew up around mad Vietnamese dudes who like really like. I have one homie. I won't say his name, but he knows who he is. I got one homie who like. I used to go with all these like Vietnamese dudes to bottle service. Yeah. You know, they used to like go to the club and we'd go to bottle service, they'd pay like $400 for a bottle of Grey Goose, whole situation.
Yeah.
And they always would go. Once I started comedy, I like stopped seeing them. I was like doing that. I like stopped going to the club as much. But my one homie, one year for Christmas, he told me he bought every bottle service girl a gift bag. And I was like, oh, this nigga think he Drake so bad.
That sucks.
He thinks he Drake so bad. And I was like, what's in there? He's like, oh, like a little like face cleanser and like a body wash.
Oh, that's
like
really like.
But like, who else would do that? You know what I'm saying? You see where the influence comes from.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like Drake would do that if he was like fucking you already.
I could see it either way.
Yeah, I guess so.
I could see either way. I could see there's certainly certain strip clubs where he's just got shit for all the strippers.
yeah.
Just because that's the way that he lives.
Which that's also nice.
And that's, I mean, he's always been that as well.
Yeah.
That's what they said about.
I don't think he's nice.
They always, I've heard he is.
Hmm.
I've never been across him, but like, I've heard he's actually kind of a sweetheart.
I think he can be nice for like a means to an end.
Sure. Oh, you think it's like.
But I think he's an insidious man.
You think it's all calculated?
Yeah. I think he's an insidious creature.
Jesus Christ. we don't call them that anymore. They're called biracial. Don't do that.
My bad, dude.
Let's see. Oh, you had one more lyric thing that you
I had one more. There's probably like the lightest lyrics episode you've done.
It depends. Certain ones, sometimes we like barely get around to them at all.
That's kind of why, like, and I feel bad for ignoring your producer a little bit, being kind of a dick. But I was like, look, I got one thing. We'll bring it up when I get there. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna talk to Dev.
That's what I told him.
We'll talk about music.
I was like, we'll find it.
Yeah, I wasn't like worried about it at all. But I would imagine like you don't know the guest that much. It's got to be more structured.
That can be tougher, especially if it's like now we're starting to get requests from like actual musical artists who have like record deals and stuff like that, and they're like record company PR is like, hey, you should have such and such on, and we will have those guests. Like that'll start to roll out, but I will say I'm very scared because I'm just like these are like true strangers, and they're also musicians and like musical artists who like can be fun and funny, but also can oftentimes
usually not
are people who just like to sit in a room and like play around with guitars and like pianos and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna start trying it. We're gonna start rolling out some of these like bigger artists, but like
who's first on the dock?
It does make me nervous. I can't say until it's legit, but like there's some people that I'm surprised. I'm like, you have somebody like that who you're like, how do you know about this?
Yeah, there's a guy who listens to our show that I'm like,
who's a big artist.
That shouldn't be what's happening.
Yeah.
It's very confusing to me.
Yeah, you're just like, but yeah, we've had a couple folks like I'll tell you off, but
right.
Yeah, it does happen. Anyway, you had another lyrics related memory that you
we don't have to really bring up the lyrics to this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a fun anecdote about Devon. The song "Lose" by Travis Scott. Mm-hmm. We were listening to it one time.
And do you want to give people the actual lyrics to the song, or do you want to tell the story the way you want? Go ahead.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, this is your story. I'll let you.
It's our story, actually.
I didn't remember this until you brought it up this past weekend. But there's a Travis.
You know, I think to give context to this, not really context, but during the pandemic, Devon didn't believe in the virus, and he would come over to my house all the time. It was crazy. He was like, "Fuck masks, fuck this, it's a hoax," and he'd
prove to me that it's real.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm white, so I don't care about anything. You know, so it's all a hoax to me. And I was like,
interesting breakdown of what white people have going on. Is they don't.
I think white people were like, "Fuck this," and like. But I was like, you're more than welcome to come over to my place. He'd come over to my place once a week, and I lived in a tiny, it was a one-bedroom technically, but it was a studio apartment they just put a wall up in.
True.
And we would get down. We would just get fucking hammered, play darts, and listen to music and dance in my living room.
True.
And I think "Lose" by Travis Scott came on. And the song is called "Lose," by the way. That's a huge...
Title of the song.
Title of the song is "Lose." Uh-huh. And... Devon goes, man, I really fuck with this song. I go, yeah, it's pretty good. It's also like not that great of a song. It's fine.
I still do like the song.
Yeah. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I just I really like resonate with it. Like, you know, like I got shit to do and that shit make me nervous. And I was like, what was that? Like, I was like, what do you, that's not, Devon thought the lyrics were, I have shit to do and that shit makes me nervous. It's, I have shit to lose.
Yeah.
That shit makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Devon was like, I got laundry to do. That makes me nervous. Like, it was so funny to me.
I got a lot of but still relatable in a different type of. If anything, my version of the song that I thought it was is way more relatable than what he's actually saying.
I think to most people, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like the average person, because he's talking about like I've built up like
an empire,
this music empire, and so he's like cautious about the women he deals with and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it's like that applies to like 1% of the population.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about like just the anxiety that comes with tasks.
Yeah, and not as of the recent years, but you did live like a nomad for a lot of our friendship.
That's true. Oh, they brought up the lyrics.
Oh, that's so funny.
Do you want to go into this?
My Lambo gonna Skrr.
My Lambo gonna Skrr. My crib ain't got service. I got shit to lose. That shit make me nervous. I got shit to lose. Gotta keep my cool. Gotta watch them dupes. Can't let them come through. I got shit to lose. Hold up, wait. More to gain. More at stake. Had to move.
Do the whole song.
With the crew. Away from you. Man, I like my version of the song better.
Yeah.
I like my version of the song better because that's, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody's, I got shit to do. I'm feeling anxiety.
I think a lot of people have shit to lose, though. A lot of people have families, they got shit to lose.
Some.
Might not be a lot, but
I guess.
Good tasks.
Yeah, but that's, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't just talking about tasks.
Sure.
I got other shit that make me nervous.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Errands to do. That shit makes me nervous.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't ever feel, hey, wait, tap in. If y'all are listening, tap in. Y'all probably feel what I'm talking about.
It was just a very funny, innocent slip of the mind, I guess.
Yeah.
It made me laugh for years to come.
I'm a sweetheart. That should really give y'all a peek into the window that I really, I'm really a pure soul, and all these alcoholism allegations that are being lofted at me. Made up.
Here's the thing, man. They get lofted at me also.
Made up. You're Irish,
and
I'm
never making anyone drink.
That's not true.
I actually made you drink the other day.
Yes, exactly. That's really not true.
And
you just made me drink. And I was
actually, my friend Josh did that more than I did.
Josh was really on top of it, but you were encouraging it.
Yeah.
Also, I had a day where it's like I was on a Saturday. I was white boy drinking, and then I was gay guy drinking. And wait, can you tell the people about the party that we went to that Alex English brought us to?
Yeah, we went to what was it called Auntie Jams.
Yeah, it was called Auntie Jams. It was in West Hollywood.
We went to Auntie Jams, which I shouldn't be there, you know. Yeah. And we show up, and it's just like it is just black dudes in like their 40s.
Yeah.
And then like aunties.
Yeah.
A lot of large women.
It was all
a lot of very large women.
That's just, some people are gonna listen and they're gonna think that he's being mean. They're gonna think that he's being nasty, but like in actuality, he is just being descriptive.
I'm just being like
of what was happening.
Yeah.
There was gay guys there. There was like slender little gay guys, and then there was just like plus size women.
Yeah.
That was just what was popping. It was big ladies and gay guys.
Big ladies and gay guys. Mm-hmm. And it was fucking mobbed.
Yeah.
And so the only place we could find to dance, which by the way, it's kind of hard to dance.
You know what I mean? Sorry you couldn't get your groove on.
I'm not really like a salt and pepper kind of guy. I mean, like it's not. I'll try my best.
Well, that's all the songs were like 80s and 90s.
Before I was born, it's hard. I didn't grow up on that.
It was all 80s R&B, but you were having a nice time.
Look, I got rhythm. I can dance.
This is also an all black function. It is every single person in there is black except for Conner and his two friends, three friends. Conner, who brought another guy named Conner,
who's taller and whiter than me.
Yeah, who's even whiter than him.
Yeah.
All of your homies are even whiter than you.
Yes.
Vince, one of the whitest men I've ever seen in my whole life.
And Connor's a taller version of Vince, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're by the front door, and I'm trying to, I'm just trying to fucking hit it a little bit. And every time a new party was let in, I was the first thing they saw at Auntie Jams, and I felt terrible
Connor
about
just
it.
Really hitting his...
Me doing this, and just dudes walking at me like, fuck, like deflating people on the entrance. And I eventually was like, I don't want to be here. You guys don't want me here. I'm going to leave.
It's also very funny because it's like they're playing songs from like all of our like, it's like songs that our parents and like aunties and uncles would have been listening to.
Our.
The royal we. And it's like they're hearing songs that probably mean a lot to them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh man, I'm about to be with my people. And then the first people they see are...
You see Conner McNutt.
Two Connors and a Vincent.
Yeah.
Carmen, we got to get ready to wrap up, but do you want to? We got a voicemail. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, let's get in the voicemail.
All right, cool.
Okay. Hey, Devon and guest. This is Barry. I wanted to talk about GDP by Central C, where he says, if it weren't the UK, would have had an AK gang outside with a samurai sword. Love this because it gets into sort of like, instead of East Coast, West Coast, more of a differences between the States and the UK, and then also really kind of creative choice of a samurai sword, which makes me want to ask, what's your favorite sort of creative weapon that is mentioned in a lyric? And then I also just wanted to thank you because I revisited DS2 because you mentioned it basically every single episode.
Yeah, I do.
And I realized that I got such a bad taste in my mouth because of the song Groupies and thought that he was saying fuck my groupies, not fucking my groupies. It's so obvious now that I'm listening to it now, but I was so upset that, you know, someone would say fuck my groupies, and I was especially kind of sympathizing with groupies because this is kind of a groupie move, even leaving you a voicemail. But I love your podcast. I hope you're having a great time with your guests. So thank you so much. Bye.
Quite a lot implied at the end there. Very funny, though, to also be like, I thought he was disregarding us as people, but instead he was sexualizing us. I like that more.
That is very funny to me. Like, yeah, he thought we didn't matter, but now I know he's just saying.
Now I know I'm just a whole.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. He's fucking us by the bunch, and I like that now. Now, because at least he's thinking about us.
That is
because,
respectable.
because of the sex that we're having with him, and also I didn't expect that turn at the end for her to be like, and I'm kind of one as well.
And I'm a groupie as well.
hey, yo.
I mean, that is a sick lyric.
I mean, I fuck with Central C.
I don't listen to him at all.
I fuck with Central C. Did you like that song?
That sound all right, yeah.
I like him. I mean, I like British rap more.
I have a
than
tough
you.
time with British rap.
Yeah, I've always been a British rap fan. Shout out to Millie Pounds and Shardy. But yeah, I mean, this is like a real thing where he's basically been like, yeah, like in the UK you can't get guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so he's popped out with the sword. I don't know what my favorite like weapon thing is off the top of my head, but I will say I can't think of that off the top of my head. But I will say there was this show called this British show called Supercell, and it's about all these like black teenagers that get powers kind of like out of nowhere.
Okay.
And
were they electricity powers?
I don't remember. One of them's got like super speed.
Sure.
One of them can like.
You're aware of the trope, right?
What's that?
Every black superhero has like electricity powers for the most part.
I guess Storm, Static Shock.
Yeah, it's kind of a common
Who else?
thing.
Black Lightning.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's kind of a thing.
Why is that? What is
know.
that? Electricity.
I don't know what it is.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I didn't put that together.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, that might be one of them.
Yeah.
One of them might have electricity powers. Hold on, let me look at the Supercell
Probably.
powers. But in that show, him talking about the samurai sword really made me think about one of the kids that gets superpowers. He's in like a street gang, and all the street gang wars, like they ride bikes. So they're riding bikes in like their like gang colors, and then when it's time to like duel with each other, they do like pull a knife out of a holster.
Yeah.
And it really made me laugh every time.
Yeah, it's corny.
It's a big scary knife. Like it is like you don't want to get stabbed by this knife, but just kind of being like, nigga, on guard.
Huzzah!
Yeah, with the blade. It's so funny with just knowing how that shit would pop off in America. It's just like, all right.
You seem to be a word-y adversary.
Okay, what do they have? Teleportation, telekinesis, super strength, super speed, invisibility. Okay, all right.
See, they probably had an awareness to the
Yeah, they heard about this
because
thing
even
before.
in Logan, the movie Logan, when they released all the mutant orphans,
Uh-huh.
the only black kid,
He does electricity?
electricity, yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
All right, well, if you make superhero stuff,
Yeah.
you know what not to do. You know what I'm saying?
Or double down.
Or double down.
Make the best one yet.
Make them double down. Actually, instead of no longer doing electricity, make their new powers electricity and breakdancing. And they do them at the same time. They pop lock, and then every time they pop and lock, they shoot electricity out, and that's how they defeat their enemies.
But yeah, I'm at a loss for another weapon in a song or.
I know. I wish I had time. We never we always listen to those in the moment for
As
the
you
first
should.
time. So it's like, I
Yeah.
didn't see that coming. But yeah, we got a dip. But Conner, you got anything, Hate Watch, you got anything else you want to plug for the
You
people?
can follow me on Instagram at 420 Naughty Boy.
He won't change it.
I won't change it.
And he won't change his bio either.
And I will not.
You want to give your bio to the people real
No,
quick?
you can find out.
Before we get out of
You
here?
can follow me.
You're not going to say it real quick?
You'll read my bio if you follow me.
It's been the same for a long time.
And then, Hate Watch Podcast, wherever you find podcasts. Yeah.
Word. Conner, appreciate you being here.
What a blast.
Yeah, it's fun. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Executive producer Lauren Mandel, associate producer Carmen Carigan, our editor Nicole Lyons, Oscar Alva, who engineered the episode. And yeah, appreciate y'all. We'll catch you next week.